Right now, there's an Ethiopian somewhere in Toronto crying themselves to sleep because they feel like a ghost in their own life. And nobody talks about this. The isolation that's eating you alive isn't just homesickness. It's something far more dangerous. You wake up every morning in a country that promised you everything, but you feel invisible. You speak perfect English, you have the job, maybe even the degree, but inside, you're suffocating. You scroll through Instagram seeing your friends back home living their lives, while you're stuck between two worlds. Not Ethiopian enough for home, not Western enough for here. You're floating in this psychological no man's land that's slowly killing your soul. What I'm about to tell you will shatter the lie you've been living. This isn't another feel-good motivational speech. This is about a hidden psychological warfare that's been waged against every single Ethiopian who dared to cross borders. And the ancient wisdom your ancestors knew that modern psychology is just now discovering. In the next few minutes, you'll understand why your loneliness feels different from everyone else's. Why your parents' sacrifices created a burden you never asked for. And the one Ethiopian trait that's both your biggest weakness and your ultimate superpower. But first, let me tell you about the forbidden truth they don't want you to know. Here's what society will never tell you. Your loneliness abroad isn't a weakness. It's a symptom of something called cultural bereavement. It's a real psychological condition. You're literally grieving the death of your old identity. But here's the part that will blow your mind. Western psychology treats this like a disorder, something to fix, something to medicate. But Ethiopian culture has always understood this differently. Let me paint you a picture. There's a 28-year-old Ethiopian woman in London right now, software engineer, six-figure salary. Her parents back in Addis call her their success story, but she hasn't laughed genuinely in 3 years. She eats lunch alone every single day, watching her British colleagues bond over references she'll never understand. She goes to Ethiopian restaurants just to hear Amharic, even from strangers. This woman represents millions of us, living in golden cages, successful on paper, dying on the inside. Here's the forbidden knowledge. Your brain is hardwired for tribal connection. For 200,000 years, humans survived in tight-knit communities. Your ancestors knew everyone in their village, shared the same stories, the same rhythm of life. But modern migration broke this ancient code. You're running 21st century software on a Stone Age operating system. Your nervous system is constantly scanning for your tribe, and when it can't find them, it triggers what psychologists call chronic social pain. The same neural pathways that activate when you break a bone. Except this pain never stops. But here's where it gets interesting. Ethiopians experience this differently than everyone else. You know why? Because we carry something most cultures lost generations ago. Collective memory. Your DNA remembers 3,000 years of unbroken history. Your bloodline survived Italian invasions, famines, civil wars, colonial attempts. You come from the only African nation that was never fully colonized, the birthplace of humanity itself. Lucy walked where your great-great-grandmother walked. This isn't just pride talk. This is scientific fact. Epigenetics shows that trauma and resilience get passed down through generations. You inherited both the wounds and the weapons. So when you feel alone abroad, you're not just missing home. You're missing 3,000 years of ancestral connection. Your soul is crying out for something your rational mind can't even name. But here's the plot twist. This same depth that makes your loneliness unbearable is exactly what will make your success inevitable. While your Western colleagues think in quarterly reports, you think in generations. While they network for personal gain, you build communities that last. While they chase individual achievement, you carry the dreams of everyone who came before you. This isn't burden. This is your secret weapon. You are a child of Ethiopia. You are created from love. The love that builds nations. The love that survives everything. Your loneliness abroad isn't a sign that you don't belong. It's proof that you carry something precious, something that refuses to be diluted, something that demands respect. Your homesickness is your integrity speaking. Here's what your ancestors knew that modern self-help gurus are just figuring out. Strength doesn't come from independence. It comes from interdependence. You don't heal isolation by becoming more isolated. You heal it by becoming a bridge. Every Ethiopian abroad is a cultural ambassador, a living piece of home for others who are drowning. When you help another Ethiopian find their footing, you're not just being kind, you're performing an ancient ritual of survival. So here's your mission. Stop trying to fit into their boxes. Start building your own. That Ethiopian restaurant you avoid because it makes you too homesick? Go there. Sit with that feeling. Let it wash over you. That's not weakness. That's your soul recognizing itself. The moment you stop running from your Ethiopianness is the moment you become unstoppable, because you'll have something they can never fake. Authenticity backed by 3,000 years of proof. Your children will thank you for not losing yourself. Your parents' sacrifices will finally make sense. And that loneliness that's been eating you alive, it will transform into the very thing that sets you apart. To every Ethiopian reading this in a one-bedroom apartment in Germany, to everyone working double shifts in Dubai, to every student pulling all-nighters in Toronto, you are not alone. You are not broken. You are not too much. You are exactly what the world needs. A reminder that some things are worth preserving. Some connections are sacred. Some roots run too deep to abandon. Your loneliness abroad isn't your weakness. It's your compass, pointing you towards something most people have forgotten. The power of belonging to something bigger than yourself. Every time you feel that ache in your chest, that's not homesickness. That's your ancestors whispering, reminding you who you are, where you come from, what you're capable of. So tell me, what part of this hit you hardest? Was it the realization about cultural bereavement? The truth about your ancestral strength? Or something else entirely? Drop a comment below. Let's build the community your soul is craving, right here, right now. And if this video made you feel less alone, if it reminded you of who you really are, hit that subscribe button, because this is just the beginning. Remember, you didn't come this far just to fit in. You came this far to stand out. Act like it.